All right, here it is. Whatever happened to Max Payne? As usual, we're going to start with some gaming news. So, first of all, we have the anniversaries coming this year. So we have Legend of Zelda having the 40th anniversary on February 21st, 2026. So there'll be a 40th anniversary live stream for Legend of Zelda, which I'll mention as well at the end of this live stream. August is Metroid. That's totally fine. I usually take some time to talk about gaming news so that people have some time to come catch up before we get onto the main topic. It makes it a lot easier. So you also have September 26th is the 40th anniversary of Castlevania. So we're going to go to gaming news and spend some time looking at what the new gaming news is as a way to spend some time and let people get on here before we get to the main topic. So here we are. We're just in time for gaming news, Ultra Fans. So here we are before we talk about Payne. So Game Rant, what do they have here? Arc Raiders boss admits Speranza is underutilized. So I haven't played Arc Raiders.
Me neither.
Mass layoffs, like, not surprised. A lot of these developers have canceled projects. Prince of Persia remake got canceled as one of them at Ubisoft.
Yeah. Now the question is, what's going to be happening with the GTA 6?
I mean, I figured GTA 6 they were just waiting for the next console because you're at that time where you're nearing the end for the PS5 and Xbox Series. So the next generation Xbox is coming up and next generation PlayStation are coming out real soon. So I think that's what they were doing it for, at least part of the delay, but the rest I'm not sure. Wildlight Entertainment, High Guard. Last thing, the Gaming Awards. Okay. 97,249. At one time, that's not too bad. I guess that's not bad for a live game. I mean, when costs speak to you, and if you cost too much that you could lose money, you might have to cut expenses.
Yeah, cut your losses.
Diablo 2 is getting its first new content in 25 years. I'm wondering if this is the Diablo Resurrected remake or
the OG.
Or the original Diablo 2, right?
I think it could be the remake version of Diablo 2 because the OG already has the stuff that it's need. I have my doubts that they're going to be.
You're right. It looks like you're right here. Diablo 2. So they're adding a new character class, Warlock.
So right. It is for the Diablo 2 Resurrected. I was right.
Yep, and as well as Diablo Immortal, the mobile phone game, and Diablo 4 Lord of Hatred. This will be the first time the Warlock class has appeared in the Diablo franchise. Yeah, it's probably because it was a type of character in the Warcraft franchise.
Possible. It is a possibility.
Yeah. Lord of Hatred expansion. Come on, tell me. I want to hear the word Lord of Terror because that's the thing the series gets the name for. But it's now a question of what comes first. Are you going to see Diablo in his own game, or are you going to see GTA 6 come out before Diablo shows up in Diablo 4?
Well, that is another detail of the story that was going to be a little bit later, because right now the other project that is called Mouse PI for Hire, the first-person shooting game detective as a mouse, is it's in releases. Well, not released yet, but it will be in the next month. They already shown the gameplay footages of this game of how it's going to work in the first level and their first encounter against the boss fight.
I mean, it wasn't. He doesn't. Mark doesn't sound like James McCaffrey. He really doesn't. But he had that. Mark can be okay as when
Mark
playing one
had
of
that
the.
side of his that he was kind of like a bit like depressed and a serious person for the character Max Payne.
Yeah.
But the way how he looked a little bit back in the early days, he was the perfect. Well, I cannot say that he was the perfect voice actor for it, but he has the perfect shape of his face.
Oh, he did. He
the
looks kind of
face
similar to.
the face looked a little bit similar. His hairstyle was a little good, and yeah, that is how my consideration that Mark Wahlberg was the perfect cast for the Max Payne movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he was good. They did have James McCaffrey as in a cameo in the actual movie too. He was the FBI agent who came into the NYP New York Police Department asking about the drug Valkyr. So they actually had McCaffrey in there in that movie as a really short cameo. So this is how Remedy started. Death Rally, a DOS game. So that is it. Death Rally. I do have video. I do have game footage this time.
Never saw Death Rally.
So it is a really old DOS game. DOS like from the
Right,
90s. But
right,
you were
right.
you're driving in this overhead view, and you have a car. You can arm your car with guns. Think Twisted Metal, or kind of similar to Twisted Metal. You earn money from destroying other cars and winning races. So with Death Rally, you wanted to destroy cars and upgrade it with the money you earned from destroying cars and winning.
Almost similar to Carmageddon.
Yeah, that too. I always think Twisted Metal because I was playing PlayStation, and Twisted Metal was the PlayStation game, if you know what I
What?
mean.
Yeah, but I thought it was a PC back then first, and then came into consoles on PlayStation.
Actually, no. Twisted Metal was one of the first games to be on PlayStation. That's why, but they've made so many. I mean, they dropped off of making Twisted Metal after 2012. But yeah, Death Rally was just how Remedy got started before they started thinking about Max Payne. And Max Payne was what they thought of making right after they released Death Rally as a success. So, the
Why
box office wasn't good.
why didn't they never make a Max Payne movie too? Well, the simple fact is that they could not find any more cast characters that they had to respect for the second game itself. I mean,
Right.
they already. I'm not 100% sure, but I did not think that they respected like the entire thing that what has happened in the first game when they first launched the first movie. And also they, instead of like screwing up again, because you have to understand that they need to fight for the right actors for the respective characters, not just the Mark Wahlberg for Max Payne, but you need to find the right cast for Vladimir Lem,
Right.
for Vinny Gagnitti, the old
Vincent.
the old man in the chair, which I'm pretty sure I think Patrick Stewart would be perfect for Max Payne 2 movie. I think.
Yeah. I mean, they did do James Bravura, but he was younger. He was internal affairs. And he was a younger guy. So
And and then you need come on, you need a beautiful
Horn,
actress for you need a beautiful actress for Mona.
right? Mila was okay. I felt. I felt Mila was okay for that back then. But I just felt they got really off with Jim Rivera because Jim in the game in the first two games, he's an older detective. He's experienced things, and they got a young guy. Um,
Yeah.
they got a young guy for Rivera, which is fine. I mean, he's the guy who kind of figures out that maybe Max isn't as guilty, but it just wasn't quite the same thing.
It wasn't quite the same thing as it was before, to be fair. I mean, yeah, they did some improvements, but come on, you got to understand that you need to respect that what has happened in the game. You cannot just modify the story like, oh no, you know what? Let's make something modern. Let's do something better than what they did in this game. Come on, let's modify this and that. No, if you want to make a movie based from the game, you must respect its rule, its story.
Yeah, so I'm
But
going to
some
show you
people,
the movie that they were talking about at Remedy, Hard Boiled, starring Chow Yun Fat. So I'm going to show it real soon. Share screen. Here it is. So this is a pretty old movie, 1992. It has slow motion scenes of the main character played by Chow Yun Fat firing off guns, and he has like a crowd of angry Chinese mafia or triad coming after him. So yeah, I mean it's a big thing for. It's also directed by John Woo. Oh, and the director even has a cameo in the movie. That's cool. But yeah, that's the whole movie that they were talking that they reference multiple times in the first Max Payne is Hard Boiled. They even have the difficulty called Hard Boiled, and there's a joke. There's even a mention by Max Payne saying, "I was Chow Yun Fat," and John Woo, both the director and a cameo in the movie. Uh, uh, but yeah, so this is it. Like they saved a lot, and that's Sam Lake, and you recognize, wait, that's the face of Max Payne in the first one.
that's
Oh,
the
yes,
face
it
of the
is.
Max Payne of the first game. Yes, it is. I mean, come on. Finding, but you have to understand, finding the exact man to play the role of Max Payne is really difficult back then. I mean, even if they were like to, even if they were to hire the original voice actor who did the Max Payne, I doubt that in the age that he was back then, he could do the stunts. That's why they might as well hired Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, I mean, it's sadly James isn't with us, so I'm guessing that when they're because Remedy's on the project of remaking Max Payne in 1 and 2 as the same as one pack, that they're going to take the recorded audio from James McCaffrey and use it in that. Because he recorded all the dialogue that he gave for Max Payne 1 and 2, so I'm guessing that's what they're going to do.
Probably they're gonna use AI voice to use the so you can have the voice acting original voice actor for Max Payne. By my personal opinion, I'm not 100% sure. Or they could just like to take the old scenes from the original games and add the voice acting as a remastered version of graphics and something like that.
I mean, they might. I'm pretty sure they'll have the visual references are going to change. Like they're going to have a new actors for how they do it. They might just have Sam Lake for both movies. I don't know.
It is a possibility. I'm not 100% sure either how what are their plans or what they're trying to do. But we still don't know any more information or any other details if this project is going to happen.
Right. It could be canceled the way Prince of
It could
Persia
be
was.
exactly because most people, I don't know, most people who were playing the so-called remaster version of Max Payne 1 and 2, they were using mods.
Yeah. They were modding the game so it had
Modding the game,
detailed
and so they're like
graphics.
they change exactly. They change like only how the characters look and stuff like that, but that's it. The same specific gameplays and how it is, it's remaining the same. So I don't know
Anne
if
McCaffrey, who wrote Pern, that one is that who you're talking about, Alex? Anne McCaffrey, who wrote the Dragon Riders books, because I think that's who you're talking about. I don't believe he is. I could see. I could take a look. James McCaffrey. Okay, we'll take a look at James McCaffrey and see what's true. I don't think he is, but if I'm open for surprises. I really am.
Oh my god, I've just remembered James McCaffrey. Okay, I've heard that name
Yeah,
before from
he's
Noir.
he was on television over here in the USA in the series Blue Bloods. He was a guest on there several times. He was a detective with the New York Police Department on Blue Bloods. So let's come on. I want to see the whole article. James McCaffrey. Okay. Yeah, sadly he's gone. Swift Justice. Family. What did it say? Oh, Rochelle Bolstrom. So I don't think so. I mean, maybe she's a sister of his. I don't know. I guess not. No, sorry. But yeah, he had a lot of guest roles. You can see Law and Order. Okay, yeah, I remember the Blue Bloods because in the Blue Bloods, as Detective Carter, he was just like he was really getting on that. He was put off a good act as William Carter in Blue Bloods. He was just saying like, "We got you, we got you, you son of a bitch."
Yeah,
because it was a episode where the NYPD was investigating a child who got cut up and buried in the wall. So it was just well done. So I guess not, Alex.
And yeah, so let's talk about the game. As you all remember, this was like kind of like a GTA game, but it's most like all based on a ex-cop who was blamed for the wrong things because it was something that Max Payne did not do. Because the police department believed that Max was the only person who wanted to have his loved ones gone, but it was actually a lie because of a woman from the government agency or something like that wanted to have power.
Yes.
And somebody was snooping into her business, and nobody likes that, especially her. So what did she decide? Right. To stop Max Payne at all costs, and by taking away his loved ones.
Right. So at first, the order is that first his wife and daughter, and I'll show the game footage sooner or later. His wife and daughter were murdered at the beginning. And that's where he decides to take the invitation to join the Drug Enforcement Administration, or DEA.
And from there, he found some new allies that he could gain more information about the woman. He first made some negotiations with Vladimir Lem and then Vinny Gognitti.
Yeah. Well, Vinny Gognitti was rather unwilling to answer the questions.
You know him. He says that he's all tough and all that, but he's just a big baby scaredy cat.
He had the brain, as Max Payne said, he had the brains, but he lacked the balls. So,
well, when it comes to brains, I don't want to spoil, but his brain got splashed into smithereens.
Well, that's the sequel. But in the first one, he's going after Vincent because he wants to know about where is Jack Lupino, because Jack Lupino was Vincent's boss. And Vincent was trying to stay away from Jack because Jack had rather lost his names.
He was crazy, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that
Jack was using the drug. Yeah. Jack was using the drug. It was a bar, but he was using the upper rafter levels to do his weird ritual thing. Yeah.
However, the gameplay of the first Max Payne is still buggy in my personal opinion, and it's still hardcore because especially in the nightmare maze when Max Payne falls asleep and he has nightmares, and those levels are giant mazes. Like seriously, you can get lost instantly. You don't know exactly where to go.
And you have to walk on the trail of blood or else you fall off and die.
Yeah, which is... What? That's dumb. So if I don't follow the trail and I go someplace else so I can get out of this nightmare hole, you tell me that, oh, no, you must follow the trail or else you die. Really? Who invented that rule?
Yeah, who did? But again, it is a dream sequence, and he's usually in some situation like he's unconscious or he's I don't know, like on high on drugs. So it is maybe he won't wake up and he'll die, maybe not. But this is how it starts. As it's described, this is a it's what you call film noir. Now, film noir is a thing that was more of a thing decades ago in the 60s, 70s, 80s, but film noir is a thing where you're hearing a narrative from a detective. He starts at the end of the story, then he goes back and tells the story after it happened, as if he's a detective reporting on the case. So this game starts at the end, after you've beaten it, and then you have to progress literally from the beginning to the end of the game, right?
To the end of the game, so you can understand exactly what has happened and how did Max Payne end up in that rooftop.
Yeah, more or less.
Was an exclamation mark to everything that had led to this point. I released my finger.
There are challenges to not playing it with slow motion.
It was over. To make any kind of sense of it,
yeah.
I need to go back 3 years. Back to the.
So yeah, they do these comic panels to save money, but I really like it. It's something that's kind of become part of what Max Payne is just you have the comic panels.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's basically like reading the book.
Right. So, Alex, yeah, there's a challenge to do as little slow motion as possible. You can't do it all because some of the dreams are in slow motion and you don't have a choice about it. So I guess you'd say minimal slow motion.
See? My last smoke. It's bad for the baby.
That's you, Max.
If that makes sense.
Boy Scout.
See, Alex.
Because some of the dreams force you to be in slow motion. So, I mean, you can't do it with zero because it's forced by the dream. But outside of the dream, it could be an interesting challenge to play this game.
But to be fair, without the slow motion, it's mostly impossible to beat the game. I think it's preferable to use it, not to annoy yourself.
Yeah, it could be. It helps when you're on the edge of almost being dead.
But dreams have a nasty habit of going bad when you're not looking. The sun went down with practice bravado.
So I have a diagram on this, and I'll stop it right here and go back to that. But it has the diagram of how they did this. So this game, here's some things to explain how hit scan versus projectile physics works in a video game.
Right.
So if hit scan is what you do if you're playing the old Doom when you aren't shooting rockets, or I guess when it's not the rockets or fireballs, you have a thing set so if it's pointed, the effect occurs instantly. It's fine. It saves data, and bullets move really fast in real life, anyways.
Right.
But in the first Max Payne, the bullets are not really scaled in speed. The second one does a little bit better at it, but in the first Max Payne, the bullets are slow.
The first Max Payne is a bit slow because of the game itself. Like I mentioned, it was difficult to control, and especially the aiming process.
Yeah, I mean it's easier for me with a mouse.
It's easier to do. Yeah, exactly. It's easier to do with a mouse and keyboard. But when it comes to play from the console on the PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3, that's the challenging part.
Right.
Or even if you want to play with your own controller from your Xbox controller, if you want to do it like that.
I'm not sure. I'd have to check if Steam is controller compatible with the old Max Payne. I know it is Max Payne 3.
No, it's not. No, it's not compatible. I tried it. I played Max Payne 2 and I wanted to play with the Xbox controller. It's not compatible. And also you have to input your own commands, and it's quite annoying. It's quite annoying because you also need to make sure the sensitivity is okay, aiming is good and whatnot. No. If you want to play this game legit, no, just go mouse and keyboard. Trust me.
Now, my favorite part is in the first or second Max Payne. You can pause the game and you can just look around with Max Payne in the center. all around him and see like how the bullets and everything is frozen, which is it slows down the progress, but it's funny.
I think it was the second one. if I'm not mistaken.
Where you pause the game and just look at everything frozen. Yeah. Yeah. But in Max Payne, every bullet that's fired is an asset in the game. It's not like Doom or the older ones where it hit scans. It actually is an object that moves. Now, in Max Payne 2, they add gravity effects to the bullets a little bit too, which makes it a little bit harder, but it's still doable.
And they added slow motion on the first or the last armed gun. When he dies, it shows the slow motion how he falls down or something like that.
Yes.
And that also, if I'm not mistaken, that also, I'm not sure if it happened on the first game, but I'm pretty sure it happened on the third as well. Depends on what you're using. I mean, to be fair, I used once the sniper rifle on Max Payne 2 when I was playing as Mona. I aimed somebody, and I did not aim on his head or on his back, but on his ass. Yeah, and of course, the slow motion started, and he fell down like.
So
well, he won't be needing to use the toilet after this afterwards.
Yeah. So Alex, the way this works is unless you mod the game, no, you can't play it with zero slow motion because the dream sequences are forced slow motion.
Forced.
It has forced slow motion in the dream, so you can't do it zero. But I could see it as a great challenge to just try and see, okay, how can you use as little slow motion as possible throughout the game?
Or not use it at all.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, to be fair, no, there are some levels that you cannot do without slow motion. I mean, let's be honest. In my personal opinion, no, I think the slow motion does have its purpose.
Yeah. So, it does have surround sound. It doesn't have shaded sound, so that it doesn't have a change in distance like Doom 3 would do later. Dynamic difficulty. Now, this is funny that I found this out, but apparently if I'm playing easiest and I'm playing so flawlessly, the game will up the difficulty without asking me.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. That's no.
Or if I'm dying a lot, the game will lower the difficulty without me realizing it. It was a glitch when they made the programming, but they stayed with it.
So it's like trying to play Hitman without stealth. Yes, because Max Payne, there are levels in Max Payne that you have to use slow motion, even though that you said that you want to challenge yourself and you don't want to use it, but that's not possible because it is in the game and you have to use it no matter what anybody says. And plus, in Max Payne, there was no stealth involved required. As for Hitman, yes, Hitman is a different story, which unfortunately that you have to use stealth in order to make sure that you don't get caught or the alarm systems goes off, and you need to also disguise yourself as one of those soldiers that you just knocked them out unconscious.
Yeah.
Which that was the most seriously, in my personal opinion, of all the Hitman games, though Hitman was the most annoying one ever, in my opinion.
I actually haven't played through Hitman yet, so I'm going to be curious about that at this point.
You are going to rage in a heartbeat. That's all I'm going to say. You're going to rage and you want to get a baseball bat and you're going to destroy your computer.
Okay.
So if I were you, I stay away from Hitman. Don't bother. Just play something that you know you can do it.
Yeah.
Like the way the show started.
Look at this. Honestly, when I see this level and Max Payne in this suit, I'm thinking like, wait a minute, is this really Max Payne or is it Neo?
Something ugly tattooed on the wall.
Oh yeah, because Anderson had the green suit on in the beginning of The Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
But later, obviously, he's got the leather jacket on because it's cold outside. It's a snowstorm.
Right.
Is this the Payne residence?
Yes, someone's They're still here. You have to.
Good. I'm afraid I cannot help you.
Who is this? Hello.
Yeah, Kev. So yeah, you can also go back and look at previous comic book panels that you've had in this game so far. Now, the way this difficulty normally works is that you have to play it first on Fugitive.
Normal, easy, or hard.
Not quite yet. I think in the Suffering sounds interesting. A horror game, right?
No, please, God, no.
And here's the effect of slow motion. Oh my god, his eyes are closed, or was he blind?
Please, Michelle. Oh, baby.
It was closed. Action hard, definitely worth checking out. All right. Yeah. So I might do some skipping here because there's certain as I put it, there are certain just like mini games like controlling the cranes in this game that are just part of it.
Killer junkies have been high on a previously unknown designer drug, Valkyr V.
Valkyr V. That's
I
what
told
it
Alex
was.
I'd be transferring to the
Yeah.
DEA.
As in Valkyrie,
It took us
the
long years
winged
to get a break in
creatures
the
that
Valkyr
carry you off
case.
the battlefield after you
Then,
die.
Finally, 2 months ago, a dime drop.
And don't worry, it's a clue for later in this game.
The mob boss in the Punchinello crime family was trafficking. I went undercover, infiltrated the worst mafia family in New York. I came in from the cold and the dark. Outside, the city was a cruel monster. I've been slowly working my way from the small time to the big fish, trying to get to the source of the drug. Alex and BB were my only contacts in the DEA, the only ones in this decrepit city who knew I was down here.
BB here. Something urgent has come up with Jack Lapino. You need to meet with Alex immediately at the Roscoe Street station.
I hadn't had a face-to-face with Alex since I'd gone undercover.
Yeah, we were mentioning the Max Payne
Outside,
movie at the
mercury
beginning,
was falling fast.
starring Mark
It was colder
Wahlberg.
than the devil's heart, raining ice pitchforks as if the heavens were ready to fall. Everyone was running for
Mark
shelter like there was
Wahlberg,
no tomorrow.
Mila
It didn't get
Kunis.
any better when I got to
Yeah.
the subway. The feeling hit me like a point-blank shot straight in the face. Something was not right about this. My beret
Yeah,
stirred
some
nervous
people don't
under
like
my
it.
coat. The train doors had already shut behind
Yeah,
me.
because they didn't
I was in the
respect
ride.
the movie
Next stop,
from the game.
Roscoe Street Station.
Oh, it's
And
the. I mean,
Alex.
the story. The story was that Alex Balder got killed. All right, was murdered, and it was set up in such a way that Max was blamed for the murder of Alex Balder.
The station was drenched in gloom. Alex was a ghost, nowhere to be seen. I'd have to look for him.
Ironically speaking, my name is also Alex. Am I part of the game or what?
Oh, is your last name Balder? I don't think so.
Nope, it wasn't.
Death was in the air at Roscoe Street. I'd have to find Alex fast.
Yeah. Marky Mark and the Funky Punch. Marky Mark is the nickname that people
Pills
had
will hold the
for
pain back for a
Mark
while.
Wahlberg from his earlier movies and TV shows he was in. Marky Mark.
And here comes the slow motion.
So basically, by killing guys in this one, you get more slow motion.
You get the slow motion regenerated.
Yeah, by killing without slow motion. So, or killing in slow motion too, I believe.
I believe killing in slow motion as well.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. It's based on every kill fills it up. Okay.
Yeah. And look at this in slow motion. I don't know if you noticed, but these guys kind of die a bit harder than on the second game.
Yeah, they do. I mean, the second game, Max Payne 2 focused on saying like, headshots are instant kills. I mean, that's fine. I mean, it's kind of compelling, but in this game, you don't have as many tricks.
No, you don't. See, look at that. It's just regenerate. Oh my god, he almost got killed by the train. Free Alex is in the chat. What a coincidence. Well, it's not a coincidence, my friend. It is fate.
Alex is a cool name. That's all I can say. Oh, look out.
What? Shut up.
You saved me, man.
What's going on here?
A massacre. These armed thugs just appeared from nowhere. We need to get help. I can make the call from the control room.
Oh,
Floor up.
John
Can you
Cena.
get me there?
What?
Sounds good. Follow me.
Oh, I'm curious about the story here.
Hey, where are you going? The control room's up the stairs. There's no time to lose. We gotta get to the control room.
So normally you go up to get to the you normally get up to the keypad, but instead he's going and checking and making sure he gets his painkillers, which are in this game how you get your
Necessary.
health up. Yeah. All right.
You need the painkillers and you need the ammo.
Free. This way.
Yep.
Wouldn't do it.
Oops.
I told you.
I feel bad for this transit police who got killed.
He gotta wait. Oh no, he's dead.
Well, that's what you do in this game. Like, see, Mash, there's a limited amount of ammunition and painkillers in this game both, so you want to see every secret you can spot.
I gotta say, the eyes designs are not pretty in this game. In the first one,
Nah, they get better in the second one a bit, and they actually they were able to hire a guy named Timothy Gibbs to be visually what
The
Max
train
Payne
lit up
was.
like
It was
a
still
Christmas tree.
it's still
Right.
McCaffrey
Back on.
voicing him.
send the vendor of men in Greek,
Men in
so
Greek, so
much
much
for being defenders.
Defenders. So yeah, the experimental train. Hopefully this maintenance train works on a train tunnel that hasn't been in operation in a while.
Well, it's working now.
Marky Mark is a rapper. Wow. I don't know what I want to think about Mark.
So much for being
Mark
subtle.
rapping.
Well, so much for this train.
Yeah. Now you could have gone to the end of the metal bars and shot the guys in the tunnel before coming this way, but he didn't want to keep the Metro cop waiting. And yes, gas canisters in this game
The
explode
rusty
too
door
if you
led
shoot
to an
them.
abandoned part of the station, closed off since the early 40s. Something big was going down at Roscoe Street. Maybe that's why Alex had wanted to meet me here. Maybe not. One way or the other, I was gonna find out.
This game could have used for Max Payne to have a flashlight on him.
Yeah, he could have. Ooh, he got shot in the back by his own buddy there. That's what you call crossfire. It's really gotta hurt.
Yeah. Oh shit.
He needed more. I think he needed more slow motion in his meter, but
Yeah, the
yeah.
slow motion meter loads up not really that fast, if you ask me. Not unlike on the second game.
Yeah, in the second game it actually slowly replenishes on its own, but I mean to refill it by time alone you have to really wait. So you mostly have to run forward.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like a joke still. Break the boxes off. The boxes had a baseball bat, but I guess he didn't bother with that part.
What the hell was that?
So yes, you can do melee fighting in Max Payne with the baseball bat and the lead pipe in the first game.
I guess that's where they got the Captain Baseball bat.
Oh yeah, because one of them you get it from
The
Frankie.
door had been welded
Frankie
shut ages
Niagara.
ago, and the bomb was missing a detonator.
Wait, Frankie Niagara, does that mean you cry a lot? He had a baseball bat. I was in the chair.
Okay, fellas. The police are on their way.
I'll skip to the... It's a bank robbery, but the bank robbery is part of something bigger.
Lady Amelia? Sells you get some wino down.
Should get to the part where he meets Alex.
Yeah. That's after the bank, so... I have a hard
The
time
bank robbers had left
skipping
their
this.
tools on the table. Judging by the detonators, the crooks had bought enough explosives to send Lady Liberty into orbit.
Okay, so he's gonna blow the door open, and then he's gonna go get Alex after he blows the door. That should be it.
Yeah, but how he's gonna do that without dynamite?
Well, no, they already put the dynamite on the door to blow it open. So he has the detonator. He just needs to get in range of actually setting the detonator off.
Ah, okay. Oh god, he threw a grenade.
Yeah, that's the cool
Told
part
you.
of this game, is that you can actually throw grenades. So he has to run away while the dynamite explodes. Ah,
Ouch. Well, that's one way to open. That's one way to open the door.
yeah. It's steel. It's a steel door, so it's hard to just hit it open.
Hey.
There's Alex.
You almost gave me a heart attack. I nearly shot you.
Alex, I'm glad to see you.
Yeah, I mean that's how Black Lagoon anime works. It's a lot of slow motion and gunfighting.
Tunnel job straight to the Roscoe Bank vault through the old station wall. Is this why? This is Lupino's gig?
This is Lupino's doing? Lupino's men? Really?
You sure know how to pick a place? Can you get through?
No, it's locked. We gotta get out of here. If it's Lupino, it's... Alex? Alex!
There was nothing I could do. He was dead.
Dead.
I could tell by the empty, accusing stare in his eyes.
Sorry, I remembered some of the dialogue in this.
Well, that's the end of him.
Yep. And that's one of the things I didn't like as much about the movie is that Max is supposed to take the blame for this, and he's supposed to be killed right in front of him. Like, why not do that?
Maybe too bloody, too much dramatic.
I
I
guess. I,
don't
mean, the Max Payne movie was rated R as it was. It wouldn't take. This game is pretty much it's rated M, which is the equivalent of rated R. So,
Ooh, that's one way.
the one thing I like about this guy is he does not bother with the sawed-off shotgun. It's
Yeah,
spreads too much.
that's really annoying. To be fair, if you want to use a shotgun, just use the regular shotgun. Don't use the sawed off.
Or the
Or as
jackhammer.
or as people in, in Sicilia would say, lupara.
Yeah, but the jackhammer is pretty good. You only get it, except in this game, you only get so much ammo for the jackhammer as it is.
Right.
Alex had kept me relatively sane for the past 3 years. Now I didn't know how I felt. Somehow he had stumbled upon something big and ended up stepping on Jack Lupino's toes.
I'm going to skip ahead to show how it changes a little bit as it goes.
I didn't want to know what had happened here. It was not a pretty sight.
Oh, it's a secret, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I want to know what happened here either.
You got staked, man.
Oh, come on. You don't really think that guy was, vampire?
I don't know. He got something put right through his chest, through his back, and into the floor. But here's the thing I like about objects. You blow up the boiler and it falls down to the next floor.
Wow.
Well, it was a bomb. It was a boiler. Those things have so much pressure from all that steam. You don't want to have them burst. I want to try fear that gives men wings.
Explosives.
Oh, God.
More environmental interaction there. Now you can avoid the addicts, and I recommend that because the addicts can take a lot of bullets to actually kill them. You don't want to waste the ammo on them. Running back for more painkillers. Yeah. So this is where the part where you get to Vinnie Gognitti for the first time. Not not Max Payne 2, but
Not Max Payne 2, but it's different.
But where you get to the chase scene where you're just chasing after Vinnie, and it's pretty cool. They're trying to catch up with them.
The entrance hall was ringing. It could have been just a junkie in need of a fix, but it turned out to be something more sinister than that.
Am I speaking to Mr. Payne?
Who wants to know?
My name is Alfred Woden. You must hurry. The police are on their way.
Tell me something I don't know.
They know you're there.
How? And what's it to you?
I will contact you again.
Oh, yes, Alfred Woden. That's what his
Siren
name.
singing the off-key harmony of a manic depressive choir. I had a few minutes while the SWAT team would go through the usual routine. By the time they busted in, I needed to be long gone.
Max Payne, this is Deputy Chief Jim Bravura from the NYPD. Drop your weapons and come out with your hands above your head.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, no can do.
Yeah. Be bad if that thing fell on you.
Blow it up.
Yeah.
Someone had left a letter on the counter.
A lot of things in this game are pretty much
Suddenly it all made
breakable
sense.
in the environment.
Wow,
Like
it's
you
the
can
Russian mob
you
boss
can break a
making
lock on
appearance
a
in
door.
person.
You can
Gognitti was his usual self.
No.
you can knock down
easy.
some doors. Yeah.
After I hit, the Russian has only a couple of guns left. And they
So
can't
this
afford.
is
There's
where they're
no
talking
freaking
about
way
Vlad
there's
Lem.
guts to try anything.
Vladimir.
As it
Yeah,
turned
yeah,
out,
yeah.
Lem,
The
yeah.
Russian had plenty of guts. One thing he could count on: you push a man too far, and sooner or later he'd start pushing back. There was a key on the shelf.
So hurry up. The SWAT team's coming in that door. It is. I mean, it's crazy how much they improved performance from the PS1 into the PS2.
Ooh,
Now, you could have done a slow motion jump up and avoided the grenade too, but that works.
but he didn't want to waste it.
Well, he has more grenades to drop if he doesn't throw more. That's the other thing. Is some of your enemies and things like grenades, they have limited ammo too.
Yeah, you'd
Sometimes.
think.
I mean, they do have limited ammo. It's just that you don't want to take the risk of them hitting you with their limited ammo. I mean, you have to kind of cheat in the game and use invincibility to actually get them to run out of ammunition.
Or just duck and hide.
Yeah. But you got to remember, they also take cover too.
Right.
PS2 is great. It was that PS2, GameCube, and Xbox, and first generation Xbox
Lupino's office.
going into 3D.
The alternate route.
Racing.
I'll be honest, I never played any Max Payne on the PlayStation 2. I played them only on the PC.
You can
The only-
still
The only
you can
Max
still play
Payne
them on
game-
Steam that way too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I have all three of them.
Yeah, me too.
The question still remains for the remastered version if that's gonna happen, yes or no.
Yeah,
Because
could be budget
if-
issues. I mean, it is
If-
Rockstar who publishes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be fair, if there is gonna be a remastered versions of both 1 and 2, I'll definitely play and stream them.
It's Luigi.
That
Never seen you before.
that
Buzz off, Joker.
oh, Joker, huh? Okay.
Well, no, that's
Yeah,
the
that-
one. That's where you had the reference to John Woo. Is in the Ouija's. All right, bust down the door and get that route to
No,
Vinny.
don't shoot.
You know the clowns at the laundry?
Me? No.
You're no good to me then.
What? No, the laundry.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah.
In there.
Okay.
Oh God! Like he did say that. No, I don't know them. Then you're no
You're
good to me.
good
Then
to me.
goodbye. Jesus Christ! He's such a bad cop in this game. Seriously.
Wow. He's got all the cops coming after him. What is he supposed to do?
Confess his sins for what he has done.
It's me.
I guess.
Let me in quick.
Not so fast. The password. John Woo.
Come on. Okay, John Woo.
All right. Come on.
Yeah,
Ooh.
It's a trap.
John Woo.
Ah! What a douche! What a douche!
Yeah. He didn't close the door.
He opened the. He didn't even close the door, and now he said, "It's a trap!" Oh, what a douche!
All right, the last guy's in the washer room.
You were saying about the last guy? There were two of them.
Oh yeah. You know, if this was actually Max Payne 3, you'd get the shotgun surgeon achievement from killing so many people with a shotgun.
Yeah, a lot of that. And there was supposed to be an achievement when you go on the Max Payne 3 and you visit the graveyard and you find your most hated enemies.
Oh, right. They're mad at you for killing the mob. I'm sorry,
Honestly,
but that young man in the bar was an idiot.
and he did feel Max Payne 3. He did feel sorry for Vinny.
Yeah. Oh, this is a Pulp Fiction reference right here. He left his gun on the table while he was using the restroom, and then
Oh God.
he didn't flush. Come on.
He did, dude. He should have said, "You didn't wash your hands." Bang.
Yeah.
Related gang war in the streets of the Bronx. Apparently, Max Payne, wanted for questioning in connection with the slaying of a DEA special agent earlier tonight, is waging a one-man war against
Yeah,
the
leave your
corporate
gun
partners
outside
in
the
crime.
bathroom. That is a stupid
Among
idea.
those two casualties so far are notorious mafia members Joey and
In Pulp
Virgilio
Fiction,
Finito, as
the
well as
Vinny
Rico
in Pulp
Muerte,
Fiction,
himself a
Vincent,
fugitive from the
was
law,
killed by
and
Butch
a
because he
suspect
left
for
his
several
gun sitting
murders
on the
in
counter
Chicago
in
area.
the kitchen
The NYPD is
while you
placed
used the
on full
restroom. So
alert.
Butch
This is
picked
why
up
the
his
APD
gun he
has
left
put
on the
out
counter
our
and
Max Payne
shot him with it as
Deputy
Vincent
Chief
came
Jim
out.
Rivera has promised to take whatever steps necessary to bring him to justice. What those steps may be remains to be seen. For NYCNN TV News, this is Kira Silver.
I'll be right back.
There he goes, jumping in the window again.
This week on Address Unknown.
All right, here we go. This is where it
Turn
gets a
off
little
that.
faster.
Turn off that TV. Nobody was interested.
Yeah, but they put a TV show within the game.
Yeah, for no reason. Nobody's watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
The flamingo speaks.
Yeah. Some of the TV shows they put within the game, such as
That's
Dark
far more
Justice.
fun than television.
Oh wait, no, Dick Justice and
Just don't explain.
Lords and Ladies.
And I, not me, but my double, nods and smirks at this. Like he
Oh,
doesn't
John
need
Mira,
speaking
that
the
was
word.
also in Max Payne 2 as
And
well.
then something goes wrong, and suddenly they know I'm there, hiding behind them, and they both turn to look
John
at me with
Mira.
cold eyes. And the flamingo speaks again.
All right.
The way it started didn't.
You're dead, Payne! What the hell are you waiting for, you apes? Kill him! Kill him! With pleasure, boss.
Cogniti bailed. I made like Chow Yun fat.
So this is where we're coming near the end with the way time is passing. But thank you everyone for stopping by. And so that's just about it. I know time's limited, but so this is the reception for it. It sold 2.75 million units in its first year, exceeding expectations at Remedy. Budget for the game's development has not been released, but the rights to the game were acquired by Take-Two Interactive following its release for $34 million. Okay. But this is what's coming up next. Previously is Whatever Happened to Zelda 2. And coming up next is 40th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda. Should be fun. And films in which the director's cut was an improvement. Those should both be pretty interesting. So,
Indeed.
yeah. So, everyone, thanks for stopping by. See you again next week. Same time, same channel.
And same place.